Most people believe that microservices are always better than monoliths. You'll hear statements like monoliths are outdated or microservices are the only scalable architecture. But in real world projects, this thinking often causes more problems than it solves. I've seen teams struggle, over engineer, and even fail simply because they chose microservices too early. In this video, I'll compare monolith and microservices using a real project journey. And by the end, you'll clearly understand which architecture to choose, when to choose it, and why. Let's start with monolithic architecture. In a monolith, the entire application lives as one unit. The user interface, business logic, and database access are all part of the same application. When you run the system, you run everything together. When you deploy everything together. And when something breaks, the whole system feels it. Imagine a simple e-commerce system. You have user management for login and profiles. You have orders, payments, and inventory. In a monolith, all of these features live inside a single code base. There's usually one deployment pipeline and one release process. This approach feels very natural, especially when the project is new. Monoliths are popular for a reason. They are easy to understand. You can run the entire system locally. Debugging is straightforward because everything is in one place. For small teams, this simplicity creates speed and confidence. Some clear advantages of monoliths are simplicity and speed. You don't need complex infrastructure. You don't need advanced DevOps pipelines. A single deployment can push the entire system live. For early stage products, this often means faster feedback and faster learning. But monoliths don't scale well forever. As the codebase grows, changes become risky. A bug in one module can bring down the entire application. Scaling becomes inefficient. You may only need more power for payments, but you end up scaling everything. And with large teams, developers start stepping on each other's changes. Now, let's talk about microservices. Microservices take a very different approach. Instead of one large system, the application is split into multiple small independent services. Each service is responsible for a single business capability. In the same e-commerce system, user management becomes one service, orders become another, payments another, and inventory another. Each service runs independently and communicates with others through APIs or messaging. Each microservice has its own code base, often its own database, and its own deployment pipeline. You can deploy one service without touching the others. You can scale one service without scaling the whole system. This gives teams a lot of flexibility, but also responsibility. But microservices